Alrighty, what is up? You're watching a hard carryman endgame player in OSRS with a daily show on YouTube and some weekday streams on Twitch. If you're interested in getting better at old school, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and come along for the ride with me. We're doing a standard hard mode top learner raid here. We always take the lowest KC first for whoever shows up on stream, so long as they meet our minimum requirements. Feel free to check out the Discord, linked in the description if you'd like to see what those are. I'm on the South Freeze rule, joined by Oolong Dong. On the North Freeze rule, going for 3KC. Get Candy Bro on the Range rule, going for 3KC. Saitama Sama and Guard on the melee rolls, going for 11 and 319 KC respectively. Um, we're going to go ahead and talk about Maiden here. For Maiden, if you've been hit twice in a row, you're going to step away to take to give aggro to someone else. If you get hit 3 times or more, you're going to take some extra damage. If you're freezing, you're going to freeze those tomatoes so long as it does not make you late for the blood spawns. For everyone, we're killing those crabs that spawn all the way dead. If they reach or she attacks faster, it makes the room really hard. For 30s, we're going to stay on boss. Freeze will freeze their crabs, then get on boss. We're going to use damage specs to close out the fight quickly before those crabs reach her. Starting with claw specs if you have them, and then at the very end, right before the crabs come in, we'll do a chally spec as a last ditch effort. For the North Freeze roll, that's Oolong Dong this raid. I'm going to be freezing North 1, then North 2, then South 3, and then all 4s. Oh, Get Candy Bro is on Saitama Song and Get Candy Bro, you're on the right rolls. My bad, I think I swapped you guys. For the North Freeze roll, you're freezing North 1, North 2, South 3, and the 4s. And then you're going to freeze tomatoes, then kill the North 1, North 2, and then help with the clump if the clump's still alive. For the range, we're going to be scything South 1 till it's dead. Throw chins on the clump from medium fuse 5 tiles away till it's dead, and then get back on boss. And then for melee roll, you're going to kill North 1 all the way dead, then North 2 all the way dead, and then get back on boss. Let me go ahead and fix orb order here in game. Kind of awkward that we didn't have the orb order right there. I think someone had to go leave and like fix their spellbook or something. It swapped it on the way. Thank you so much for the sub, Borvax. You legend. That soundboard is brought to you by my wife, by the way. I appreciate the kind words. Very professional production. Awesome. If you have any questions about your role, ask away. Otherwise, type R in game. Let us know we're ready to go. Is the Torva switch worth it? Just Torva helm and camp, oathplate body, and legs guard. On guard will pot. On guard. I kind of like that phrase. When guard says R in game will pot. For the ding noise party ready. I get that question a lot. Party ready check plugin is what makes the ding noise. That video is heat. I think it's much better than just streaming my bank while I explain the intro. I took some time to make it. I think it just improves the experience so much for people watching the stream, because otherwise you're just looking at my cabbages in my bank. If you're in YouTube right now and you saw how many cabbages I have in my bank, go ahead and comment it down in the comment section below. Go and drop your salve and nothing else outside the barrier here. Ranger will stand with me on the south. Everyone else will be on the north. If you use autocast, make sure it's set to the correct spell. Dropping the salve and nothing else. Awesome spam. Your side of the barrier. Saitama-sama should be the only one with me. Everyone else should be on the north. Maul only one time. Do not double maul. You see someone, whoever is a tick behind, you can always just simply do another bow or delay. Either works. No more double mauls. Don't maul late as well. Always be mauling on the first tick. Mage gear's on. Augury's on. We're ready to freeze. Stay on your side. Saitama-sama, kill that crab all the way dead. Avoid the blood. Do not get hit by blood. North freeze is on time, so I'm just early freezing here to get my DPS off sooner, lose fewer ticks. After the first blood throw, it always spawns a tomato, so I'm going to be ready to freeze it on the first tick. You should be blowpiping Get Candy. Not whipping Maiden. Mage gear's on, we're ready to freeze. Augury's on. North freeze is on time, fantastic. The tomato's gonna thaw here, so I'm gonna hover it. Freeze it right away, keep my DPSers safe. Good job helping with the clump here. Avoid the bloods, avoid the bloods. Mage gear on, Augury on, get ready to freeze. North freeze has all. Stay on boss, 30, stay on boss, Saitama, stay on boss, claw spec. I got 4s. Claw specs if you got claws. See, 2 people have 70 spec. Charlie spec, if you have it. Awesome. Clean Maiden, guys. Go ahead and eat your angler. Grab yourself. Into the next room.
GM
Hey,
task.
combat task.
Oh, you got
Let's
the
go.
GMCA, didn't you? Stop right there.
Yep.
Fantastic. Jeez, you
I
guys.
literally stopped moving.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was
Said
lagging.
stop right there.
You're like, did I get the maiden pet? What? Be quick between rooms. When he's on the opposite side of the pillar, come on in.
That was one anyway.
Make sure you're waiting till he's on the
Oh.
opposite side of the pillar completely. He can turn in hard mode after 16 ticks. I didn't really give an intro for how to do a BGS drive-by. If you're not entering on the very first tick of the room, you don't want to do one actually, because you can turn by the time you get there and screw you over. He's down. Stay on the side closest around a corner. Try to use a little bit of your spec here. Charlieing out. Last hit. Don't tank the stomp. Don't flinch. Once you're going for speeds and you're comfortable with the raid, you can start introducing that stuff into your content. But for the learner raids, I do not recommend it at all. He turned. Don't overextend. He turns more often in hard mode. Use your left hand to turn the camera, right hand to control the mouse. So you're never caught using your middle mouse button trying to left click and dodge a hand at the same time. Back he turned. Could turn again. We'll see. Down. Exclamation mark plugins, Borvex. The plugins guide there by Help Me RNG is fantastic. This side was closer to running a corner. Last hit. Out we go. Don't force the down. Play safe. Watch your feet. Watch your feet, not your XP drops. Backy turn. Remember, walk along the walls, run around the corners. Backy turn. Swing hard. When he's down, go straight into Nilos. Actually, gonna hit the out this way, out this way. Never drop anything in there, so always beating an angler. Eat your second angler. Go ahead and melee amulet on, drop yourself, grab one shark and nothing else, and then go into the next room. Awesome. I'll take all the pre-fires for Mage Oolong Dong. You'll hit any mages that make it into the room. If there's no mages inside the room, you're going to help out with any other role that's falling behind. Use your judgment or whatever pillar's the lowest HP. Saitama, you're ranging the whole time. During the first demi, you will not participate. Ignore my calls for the first demi. You'll be throwing chins at the outside of the room with the chins and buckler and all your range you're on. Candy Bro, you got the left side of the room. Guard, you got the right side of the room. That's the east and west respectively. Your camera's facing south. Fight is starting in 3, 2, 1. In we go. Make sure you're all potted for your respective styles too. Don't be weak damage. Also pot for melee because we want to be doing damage to the demi-boss when it falls. Make sure Augury, Rigor, or Piety is on, whatever you're using. Melee gear on, Scythe and Chally. Ranger throwing chins here. Looks like you didn't catch 2 of the chin waves. Make sure you're looking for those. North Freeze, help on the inside of the room. The Dong is in there again. He was featured in our last YouTube video. He's too good. He's on Mage Roll here. Were you on Mage Roll last time?
Yep.
Oh, man likes maging. Man after my own heart. Alright, let's go ahead and go for these pre-fires. 18 west and 19 east. They are aggros. Melee gear on, Scythe and Chally. go ahead and deviate here because I see my fellow freezer has very little mage to do, so we'll pivot to helping a different rollout. Range is looking light in this room now, so I switched off from doing the range rotation there. Let them become other colors, try to give my team a little bit more breathing room. Keep the pillars balanced, look at pillar health. Hit whichever pillar is falling the lowest, screw your roll. 44 barrage. 11 barrage, kind of tragic. We're stalling a little bit. Look at pillar health. Always be hitting things with the lowest health. Ranger needs to be hitting non-stop with the blowpipe here. A lot of range. Ignore the big guy. Northwest pillar getting really low. Focus the pillars with lowest health. Your roll is not important anymore. You only focus pillars with the lowest health. 85 HP or more right now. We might have 2 pillars falling here. Can we save this one maybe?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I couldn't keep it alive. Our DPS is just a little too low. I didn't call for vengeance that raid. That's definitely a big one. I don't think I heard a lot of vengeance going off either. So I'll take some responsibility for that. Did not do a great job talking through the raid. Let's go ahead and rejoin at the board. We'll give it another shot. Unlucky. 5s is pretty brutal. Let's see here. Oolong Dong was on the North Freeze roll. Saitama was on the... I believe it was Saitama on the range roll, right? Go ahead and
Yeah.
re-gear up. The plugin guide is amazing. Thank you. Don't thank me. Help Me RNG. Wonderful guy. Also goes by Churchigal in some places, I think. You see him hiding around in the various top discords that he's in. Go ahead and give him a nice thank you. I don't have a way of linking him in Twitch chat here. But yeah, that maiden went very smooth, by the way. Do it the same way. We literally got the CA for doing a pretty clean maiden, so can't have much to complain about there. Bloat for the most part was pretty clean. I think maybe like 1 or 2 people got hit by a hand. Happens. Just keep an eye on your character and not your XP drops. And for Nilo, similar idea. Make sure for the wave 10 for Saitama, make sure you're really ready to throw those chins on the first tick. Right as those spawn, you need to be throwing all 3 lanes so that those guys die before they make it into the room. If they make it to the room and split up, it takes 6 times as long to clear them practically. So it's really important we throw those chins on the first tick on all 3 sides. For the demi bosses, right? That first demi boss died pretty much instantly. The second one, we had the right idea for it, but during like the 20s, we kind of started falling behind on our waves. Make sure if you're ever brewing, you're still constantly attacking. Brews don't stop your attack cooldown. Make sure we're also taking 2 anglers into the raid, so you're able to you're really 121 going into another room, so you have a longer period of time before you need to sip a brew, so you can have more uptime attacking. Your goal now is to really be pumping damage non-stop. In addition to the other things I've just mentioned, casting Vengeance off cooldown whenever you don't have Vengeance, or on a teammate when you don't have Vengeance, super important for helping us clear that room. If we're ever losing ticks to cast Vengeance, it's really bad. But if we don't cast Vengeance at all, that's also really bad. So make sure right between attacks, right after you click to attack something, you go cast Vengeance and then click the next thing to attack. That'll make it go a little smoother. Guard, go ahead and switch to Elite Void Range instead of Masori. Also, don't take so many Anglerfish today, just 2. For Oolong Dong, looks good. Forget Candy Bro, looks good. For the Tamasama, looks good. Got the Chins and Buckler on. 1 Divine, 2. You have a 3-dose range pot, Saitama. Make it a 4-dose. Double checking things. Looks good. Go ahead and say R again when you're ready to go in. On Saitama and get candy. On Saitama will pot. Let's go for it. Give it another go. When did I drag this here? It used to be up here. Oh well. Here we go. I'm not sure I like it there actually. Just add it to the
Oh,
list
I'm
here.
sorry. There's stuff in my chest apparently.
Oh, go ahead and collect it and make your win. Once you're at main, drop your salve and nothing else. You use autocast, you die with your snap on, make sure it's set to autocast still. That sometimes happens.
I'm gonna wait.
Card taking 3 anglers. Only take 2 men. You get fewer points to the chest. Worst case scenario, you have extra points. We can give this plies to a learner. Rangers, me everyone else on the north, spam click to go in. Make sure you all on the very first tick. If you're ever against the gate, always be spam clicking. If you need SPS, make sure you step away from the gate so your teammates know not to start the room. It can be hard to see you. Make sure pre-moving against bloods. Have a really unfortunate timing for blood spawn here. Last possible tick for me. I'm safe. It was close. Hopefully Northridge is on time. Yeah, they're on time. Avoid those blood throws. Without taking that out all the way dead, Kawasama. Mage Gear on, Ogron, get ready to freeze. Self spawn, delay 1 tick Oolong Dong.
I think I might have delayed 2. I'm
You're
not
good,
sure.
you're good.
Okay. Nice.
While people get hit by blood there, I'm gonna be hunting for the tomato that spawns. I don't want to hit it now because crabs are spawning. On boss, on boss, on boss. Can still skip here. Make sure you use your claw specs if you got claw specs. See people with 80 spec. Blowpipe spec if you don't have claw spec. As long as you use something that increases your damage here. We clear main. Unfortunately, at the really end, we got caught by a few blood throws in different places. Caused the tomato to spawn. We might have gotten the CA twice back to back if it had been clean. But that's okay. Make our way into the next room. If you're going to be GS drive-by, you have to be the first one in the room. But in hard mode, we're tracked on total time, so we do not want to delay for it. It's not worth. Don't wait for him there because he could turn. If he turns while you do the drive-by, you will get cooked. So what you want to do if you're going to try to drive-by with a delayed drive-by, you wait for him to turn, then you immediately do the drive-by. It's like you could go through there. That would have been fine. Down. Surely. Surely down. There we go. East south side of Bloat's closer to rounding a corner. South side of Bloat. Always watch your feet. Now your XP drops. Last hit. Get out. Make sure you're leaving early. Don't tank the stomp. Walk on the walls. Run around the corners. If you're BGSing, don't double BGS on a down because he regens all his defense at the end of a down. You could turn here. Just love how you're very chill. Thanks for the kind words, birthdays. Avoid those hands. Watch your feet, Oolong.
I hate Void, dude.
Last hit now.
Ugh.
Brutality. It's unlucky. Still could get a decent shot at a 3 down here. If your pre-pots run out, by the way, make sure you re-pre-pot. It'll last through Nilos. You can do it right when you get there. I like waiting until I know that there's no hand landing on me to pre-pot. We going down soon. Swing hard. You got spec, Saitama? Make sure you're using it. Got claw specs. 100 spec. Watch your feet. Someone ran into it on the way out. Careful. Drop yourself. Melee on, drop yourself. Eat an angler at the chest by one shark. Then into the next room. Everyone should be 121 HP. If I see anyone not 120, we'll call them out by name. Oolong Dong 121. Guard 99. I am Candy. Candy 121. Saitama 121. B 121. It's worth it. Do it. Eat it now. Eat it. No, you don't have an angler. Tragedy. All right, make sure you're avenging. Chilling. If you ever are the one casting Venge, by the way, call out that you're Venging to flex on all your teammates how good you are at Venging. It will remind them all conveniently to Venge, and it's super effective at keeping your team's Venge time high. It's also quite fun once you actually get into it, I promise you. It's not toxic, it's fun. Ranger throws chins, Ranger throws chins, everyone else, Scythe and Chally. Hit him first tick, hit him first tick. Okay, other lanes. I will take that. North Reese help inside the room. AT West is important for revenge if your Venge broke. I don't hear anyone calling out that they're Venging, so I'll call. I don't have Venge. I'm kind of sad about that. Maybe I'll do some SBSing later. Melee gear on, Scythe and Chally. Adapt a little bit based on our roll's progress. Okay, let's look at pillar health now. We're gonna be focusing pillar health to inform what we're doing for keeping things alive. You no longer have a roll. You only hunt pillars. Don't barrage. Don't barrage on pillars. It reflects damage if you hit anything with the wrong style. Also, it'll overlay with my barrage because I'll actually be looking for them as well. Pillar health is getting really low. Make sure you're Venging if your Venge breaks. Make sure you're keeping your health high. Guard, your HP is really low. Pillar's gonna fall here. Still falling a little far behind on the Nyla. Ignore the big guy. Don't be scything the big guy. We're gonna be focusing pillars here. 85 HP or more. Pillars are falling. We're gonna protect the northwest. Everything else is gonna fall. Keep your 85 HP above. Stay out of the mosh pit in the middle. Stay out of the mosh pit in the middle. Keep casting Venge. Keep casting Venge. Stay out of the middle. Don't be in the mosh pit. Don't join them. You want to try to clear a couple of the ones in the mosh pit, go for it, but... Okay, we make it. Brew up to 85 HP, then restore, then super combat. Ranger's going to be standing here. Saitama, you're going to be standing there. You do not move. Everyone else, find a spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick one. At least 3 tiles away. Show, don't tell. For the Nilo boss, it's going to be range, move away, mage groups up. Who postures on Nilo usually? Depending on the experience of the team, it'll either be the ranger or one of the meleers typically. Oolong could group up for pot share. Technically, you're an Iron Man, so it doesn't matter, but you know, it just makes people not delay their pot share by showing up. Oh my god. Wrong gear. Ranged away, mage in. Range away. Prayer correct, Oolong. Prayer correct, prayer correct, prayer correct. Mage in. Melee. Remove for range, react if it's mage. Mage in. Range out, react if it's melee. R from only Toa. Ready to pot with us? Love to have you.
I'll move.
Range in. Wait, range out, sorry. Remove for mage, react if it's melee. Remove for range, react if it's melee. Remove for range, react if it's mage. Remove for range, react if it's melee. Mage in, mage in. Range out. Awesome. If you want to spot it, or wherever you want your spot for the rest of the raid, be there first. Never drop anything in this hallway because it will slow you down. I'll be taking 1-2, Oolong Dong 1-3, Saitama 2-3, Get Candy Bro Phil. Guard, you're gonna be backing up if anyone, if Get Candy Bro misses. Quickly into the next room. Add a QQUU. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully, attack you. Is that how you say it? Attack you. I'm trying to figure out how to say your name there. Make sure you're potted here. Do a little 99 check. Anyone swinging a limp scythe will call you out for it. Oolong Dong sitting 116. Make sure you got preserve on. You do. Get Candy Bro. Make sure you recover your sets. Oolong Dong, take 1 step northeast. Up here. There you go. Trying to look at everyone's stats at the same time sometimes gets me cooked. Saitama, make sure you sip a divine when you get the chance. We skip the balls, fantastic. You know my name. Thank you. For bottom of orb board on the inside, that's guard. Wait on the 3rd row till everyone else has left you behind, then follow the squad. Everyone else, do your part of the maze. Right when you're connected, do your part of the maze. Do not wait for someone else to do your part. If you have a 2 in your speckle, that's by self or Saitama. You should have them all on. Ready to small spec right off the rip. How'd you find out about me attack you? Awesome. Oh, someone spec'd who wasn't supposed to. Looks like there was guard there. Make sure you're only specking if people miss them. So we would normally make a sandwich with the soap balls. We probably won't get to do that. After the 2nd maze, we will always tick eat them. Tob, I guess I am pretty active at TOB. Do a lot of learner raids lately. Bottom of orbit on the inside is guard. Wait on the 3rd row till everyone else has left you behind. Then follow the squad. Whoever's on the outside, wait on the 3rd row until it's no longer red. Follow the last up through the maze, not the first one. So you emoting there, guard. Let's go ahead and have 2s and 3s be specking. Do your part of the maze quickly. No walking, no walking, no walking. Hustle, hustle, hustle. We have kids
How's
to get.
SBS doing?
Ah, it's an emote in my eyes. Make sure you're avenging. Not necessarily off prayers right now, just it's good to use it. I see someone gave me avenge, so I might take a little off prayer here. I'm feeling it. As you're going for faster and faster times, we'll do things like that to go a little faster. It's damage, it's value. If you got a ball and you step away, tick eat, pray against any orbs coming at you. Make sure your prayer's in a good spot, by the way, Saitama. It's gonna get you in trouble.
No way!
Your prayer was like 5 when you were getting ready to tick eat, so you want to make sure you're managing your prayer. You see that your prayer's low and the orb gets called out. First sip prayer, then sip prayer and step back,
Fuck.
and then manage your health for the ball by tick eating. Go ahead and grab a stem at the chest first. Always stem first. Nobody can buy it for you. Drop any partial potions at the chest so that people can decant them at the chest. Then you're going to buy restores until you have 3 things that restore prayer in your backpack, and the rest will be brews. If you have extra points, you can buy sharks for your teammates and drop them on the ground. Then go into the next room. If you have any extra inventory
No.
space, pick things up. Saitama, drop the chins. Equip your staff and buckler. So when anyone has a range pot, you could sip and drop it, get extra inventory space, smuggle more stuff in. Take whatever you can. No fish behind. Oolong, what's gonna happen if you walk in on that side? There we go, man. Shifted over. He didn't say a word. Anyway, enter from center. Guard's gonna tell me how to live my life. All right. Cover your quadrant. If it's not in your quadrant, it's not your problem. If the second one spawns in your quadrant, I will hold it until you can take over. Surely we won't SBS and leak any exhumes, right? It's all good. I haven't done any LFR for the last couple years, Tech You. Unless you're like on an alt or something and I don't recognize the name. But I do take learners from time to time. Stay on the old one in your quadrant, take over when you can. Make sure you're staying in the center of your quadrant until the 1 minute mark. Guard, you're up here. Almost got punished. It's yours. Staying in the center of your quadrant so you don't leak any exhumes. Awesome. Mall spec, if you have BGS, you'll do delay BGS spec. Ah, I misclicked that. What is that? What is with this? I'm sorry about that. I got an issue with one of my plugins here. It's being weird. I get this. Why is it not going fly? It's like all like a box. It's super annoying. I can't figure this out. One hard carry? No way I have an imposter. Not like this. I hope they're helping the community. I don't mean... What a coincidence. Go to your quadrant, put a 5-tick weapon on. Go to your quadrant, put a 5-tick weapon on. Do not swing until he looks away from you. Then hands off the mouse. Swing. Oh. Little misclick there. Once you click to attack, you just completely AFK. You don't have to do anything. It just looks at whoever attacks last, so as long as we're attacking on different ticks, we'll be fine. What happened with this? Why is it being weird? Maybe if I like shift right click I can flip? Okay, that's the way I like it. I don't know how this got messed up. The the wave completion thing was like all buggy on my... Ah well. Awesome. Could you organize your image? Sorry about that. I was kind of quiet trying to... Oh, it's still messed up. Come on. I have to fix it every time. Go ahead and grab the stuff. Quick, between rooms. Go ahead and drop some supplies in your quadrant, some brews, some restores. Party HP instead of top health bars. No, not moons. Oh no. Everyone group up, or border. Fight starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oolong Dong, pick it up here. It's Saitama-sama. Candy Bro staff, I think. Yep, guard is up next. That's wild, there's another person naming themselves after me. Or just similar name. I don't be arrogant to assume it's that way. Could just be a coincidence, right? That's Oolong Dongs. And now Saitama's. Should be dead here. Range Prayer Piety, off the pillar. If you're low HP, sip a brew. If you don't need to sip a brew, sip a Sand Few to block out poison. And use your quadrant, 4-tile quadrant. Brew up to above 85 HP, move around, stay alive there, get candy brew, move and brew. Yeah, I am not one hard carry, I'm a hard carry. Different person, I guess. I also know there's a guy named Heavy Carry. Nice guy, I've heard. I've never met him I've seen him in game, but I've never talked to him. Try to use these 4 tiles. Get candy bro. Recommend using like a square formation as well, so like here next. Then here next. Then here next. And so on. Do a little 118 chip, make sure you're revenging. If you're revenge broke, long dunk sip bruise, get yourself above 85 HP. Zap coming west. 85 HP before you swing. 47 HP, 63 HP, brew up. What's up, AHC? Canadian, how are you doing? I found a bunch of raiders who are equally as bad as me and we top together now. What a choice statement. Oh, don't you dare punish me. Just throw a mage at me right as my prayer out. Read in chat. Come on, Bruzik, be kind. Alright, we'll check the 118 stats. 117, 118, 118, and 118. We're swinging hard. And I guess the 117 is someone who doesn't have divines. That seems correct. Means they're probably using preserve. They are. We respect preserve. You don't have divines yet. We'll still take you here. Oh my god, what a misclick. Always stay in motion during those cabbages. I get my HP back up. I respect Berzik's potential to do damage. Awesome. Clean tanking's what carries P3. San Saitama. Cannot pass tank. Revenge if your revenge just broke. You can shadow tank by stepping away like I am while you're learning your tank. It also makes it so you don't get meleeed in case your tank makes an accident. Staff on. Hit them when they turn blue. Make sure you're popping the crabs.
No
Make sure
way!
staying healthy. Ooh, a little bit of a melee there. Make your way over to the webs. Webs, webs, webs,
Oh
webs,
my
webs. Position
god,
towards webs.
dude. Terrible.
I said, Thomas, well, where were you? For P2?
Northeast.
Awesome. I'll be taking northeast then. And then if your yellows don't spawn, you will go to the center instead. Sip your stamina if you didn't. Two ticks after your size swing. And step on here if you're doing that.
Terrible.
2, 3, 4 under, 5 attack. Make sure you're keeping your stats 118. 2, 3, 4 under, 5 attack. 2, 3, 4 under, 5 attack. This last one I can just swing. I've got northeast, northwest, you got the center. Bonus once you go far to close, make sure you're brewing up here. Make sure you're super combated all the way up. Once the tornado spawns come out, 118 stats, drop the claws. Close this fight out fast. The ball's on you. Chase a teammate. No, he ran away from Berzik. learn Pog, exclamation mark learn Pog in the chat if you want to learn how to Pog tank like this. Just run to the corner, step under, attack. Listen for the spit noise. Spit 2, under, attack. Check if this crab's on me. It is. Pop it. I thought I did. Oh my god, make webs. What a mess. Not a clean display here. It's fine that you get hit by your NATO and make webs, that's fine. Make sure you sip your stam. So you're good there. Some super combat if you've got it. Oh, you're too low HP to hit the divine. Unlucky. We close it out. A bit of a rough finish there. We make it through. Barely missed time. Unlucky. Couple deaths throughout the raid. Does slow it down a little bit, but that is okay. While we're learning, we don't expect to always succeed. Always making time quickly. The bloat death, yeah, bloat deaths don't count until you look at the supply chest. It cooks your supplies when you die at blue. Holy. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of loot from the chest. We'll make our way out. Do you guys have any questions about the raid?
Yeah, I got a question. So if you're tanking, right?
Yep.
When is it a good time to pop the crab? Or because I just ran from it, but obviously she's still auto attacking.
Yeah. So if you're trying to tank and pop crabs at the same time, there's different levels for solving it. The beginner level way of solving it is by moving away from Verzik and away from crabs at the same time. So like find a path that takes you away from both. Choose that path, and then you have your saying on. It's just a one-way saying switch, and you'll click the crab when they turn blue, and you'll be separated from Verzik. The second that you see her commit to an attack, you can put your scythe back on or your melee weapon back on, and then click Verzik to attack her again. Then you'll be back in rhythm for tanking. That's the beginner way of dealing with it. A more intermediate way of dealing with it is you'll stay in your melee gear and you'll run along Verzik and you'll do a step under for Verzik through to the next corner of Verzik. And you'll use a drag out and then run away from the crab. That's more intermediate way of popping it. In an advanced way of popping it, you'll use Red X variation North P3, and for the tank you can use hard mode. You can use duck tank variation if you're east. If you have the tank, there are two variations that teams use. Either everyone goes north or everyone does duck tank variation for hard mode. For to answer your question, Saitama, for you it would probably be the beginner method, right? You'd be basically running away from Verzik and away from crabs at the same time, putting your saying on one way, and then clicking to hit the crabs when they turn blue. And you'll always target crabs that look like they're threatening you specifically when you're the tank, and then trust that your team will deal with the other ones. While you're solving crabs and you're trying to get back on Verzik, if you see the crabs might be getting dragged through you, prioritize your own life over perfectly tanking. In other words, like if you have to run away from a crab that's coming at you, and it so happens to cause the tank to swap, that's better than sending a melee to everyone who's near Verzik trying to keep doing damage. The melees are much worse than losing a couple ticks of damage to keep yourself safe. All right, does that help you understand your understand like what to do when crabs spawn in your tanking?
No, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. How do you tank Verzican? Do you count 3 ticks after Scythe hit? To answer that question, I hear the noise. I use the audio cue of like the pew noise, and then that's 1, and it's spit 2, 3. On tick 4, when tick 4 occurs, during that tick I'm clicking under Verzik, and then on tick 5 I'm clicking to attack Verzik. So I recommend like clipping that section when I was like counting out the ticks, and just listen for that pew noise that Verzik makes, and then listen for my voice where I'm like counting 2, 3, 4 I would say 4 under. It's 1 tick. When tick 4 happens, I'm clicking under. Then 5 attack. That's me clicking to attack, and it drags me back out.
When
Awesome.
she
Go ahead.
yeah, so when she does tornadoes, because P3 is her attacks are every 7 ticks, right? So after nados, it's what, 5 ticks,
It's 5 ticks.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
it's
So
5
you're
ticks.
attacking. I mean, you're standing under on the 4th tick, so she doesn't melee, and then you basically hit her on the 5th tick when you pop out from under her, right?
So there's different ways to do it. What I recommend learners do is they run diagonally away from Verzik until she commits to an attack, and then you attack in response. This gives you a little bit more uh, leeway with your tornado, because if you're going under her, it's really hard to switch your prayers correctly because you have like no time to react to the attack. It's projectile speed based, right? So if you're standing under Verzik's center and she like does a mage attack and you're praying range, you have to have like the god clicks to like instantly put mage prayer on and protect yourself. You in practice have to be psychic at that point. It's like no time to react. Whereas if you're running away, you have plenty of time to react to the prayers. And then you're using a visual cue for when you can actually go in. When you see her start that animation to attack, you click to attack her and drag in. Um, but the idea is, yeah, you could technically step under one tick right before she scans, and then you're good to go. That would work, but as long as you have to be constantly moving to make sure you don't get by your NATO if you do that. Um, the method you'll see me do quite often for P3 and Rage is Pog Tank or variations on Pog Tank. And what that does is it keeps me constantly moving about Verzik, such that my tornado will never hit me, and I'm always swinging every 5 ticks, and it keeps me like in cycle, so where I'm always stepping under when she's looking to see is anyone in melee range, so that I'm never getting meleeed, and I'm keeping Verzik still, and I'm constantly doing damage. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely rewarding for your team because it makes the fight a lot easier for them. They don't have to worry about Verzik dragging them about or them attacking Verzik and getting dragged under and then dragged into their tornado and whatnot. So it's worth learning if you want to spend some time in entry mode and practice it. I do have a little reference video for that in Twitch chat if you'd like to learn it. Um, Little recap about mistakes for this raid. For this raid, we had a pretty I think we had like one bloat death. A couple people get hit by bloat hands as well, which can kind of eat into our supplies quite a bit. Playing bloat really safely, leaving a little bit early on each down, make sure you're not getting taking the stomps and whatnot. That'll help a lot. For Nilo, we definitely are suffering on waves for this team. Make sure we're understanding what are our pre-fires for our role, where are the pairs of Nilos coming out, when can we hit those pairs. So, for example, the melee pairs that come out on wave 12 or 21, 22 coming from the south. The mage rolls got the pre-fire barrages. I'll be taking all of those, so I was doing those. Like wave 10, wave 20, was it wave 21, right after the demi? Like those are a couple examples of mage barrages. Range rolls got a lot of things that flicker range. For example, after wave 23 south, right, we got some flickers on the west coming down, 23 smalls coming down. Can hit those. There's a couple also a little bit later in the waves, 27-ish, I think, 27, 20. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but they're flickers are coming from the south and the west. There's also some chin opportunities on the range roll. Could throw chins on wave 10. Looks like you threw them this rate. It was good time, Saitama. Nice stuff. It's really satisfying. If you're going to throw those chins, though, you want to go west then east or east then west. And if you want to go south, like afterwards, what you might have noticed is like your character dragged in a really uncomfortable way, right? Like you like ran all the way up and then like slid over to the south center. Um, if you go west east south or east west south, you won't have to worry about that. That'll make it a little bit easier for you. If you want to go south second, which is I think in some people's opinions is
Yeah, I
better,
think that's what I did.
you'll have to manually path such and click the chin that's like farther away from you to make click the target that's farther away from you distance wise so that you don't get dragged that awkward way where your character like runs in a straight line then slides out one tile and you waste a bunch of ticks, right? Worth keeping in mind. There's a couple other chin waves as well. 30, 31 are a couple examples. 20 right after the demi. I think it's like 21 on the east. There's other chins opportunities too. Those are things to look for that might improve our Nilo room. Our vent up time was a little bit better than Nilo's, which kind of compensated for us falling a little behind. It did kill quite a few aggros, so that's kind of nice. The Soda Seg was fine, I believe. I think we did lose someone to a ticket, but soap balls happen. We misclick all the time. I misclicked a couple raids ago actually for one of them. Happens to the best of us. Zarpus for the most part was okay. Making sure that we use our BGS after our mauls. Those specs weren't quite right, but it's okay. We got the defense down in the end. P1 was fine. P2, there was quite a few people stepping in acid along their P2 there and sitting low HP. I always encourage people to stay above 85 HP. I try to call them out by name. The reason why, though, is because if you get bounced and you get hit by a cabbage, you could be out of commission if you're sitting below that 85 HP. You technically could even get put out of commission at 85 HP if you get unlucky. Um, So that's why we want to actually really respect Verzik's damage. Addition to that, when we do brew up, make sure that part of your habits after brewing is restoring your stats back up to 99 and then re-super combating right away. Staying 118 is going to make that P2 go a lot faster, and the prayer drain we suffer after 35% won't be nearly as impactful with plenty more supplies to close out the whole full P3. And there were some tanking mistakes. I think there was like 2 or 3 melees this raid for Verzik. One of them was on a swap, which is the most unfortunate one. That's the most important reason we want to be shadow tanking. Always taking a step back and then attacking. If it happens to be on the tick that you're basically chancing it, because you can't do every single tick step back, otherwise you lose ticks. That happens. I call it out for guard here because as someone who's like in a precarious situation, if you're ever sitting below 63 HP, you cannot risk the chance that your teammate sends a melee, either brew up or do the step back. For yellows, we solved the yellow situation. Just want to bring up the point again. We had 4-man yellows in a 5-man raid, which means the guy who was center fills for whoever perished earlier, right? So I think Saitama was northeast that raid, right? So you'll see I rotated from center to northeast, and then I covered them on the northeast, and whoever yellows don't spawn will go to the center, and we kind of covered that nicely for that one. And the rest of the raid we kind of closed out cleanly. Couple mistakes. I think the green ball. I don't know if I called it out in time, but if you ever have the green ball on you, you always want to be staying close to Verzik, trying to get your attacks off, and try to run towards your teammates, because everyone wants to be hitting Verzik, right? But we have to pass the ball, and it's the responsibility of the person who gets the ball to pass the ball to a teammate. You can't ticky the green ball. You can't tank the first hit from a green ball in hard mode. Well, that's all the mistakes I have from this raid. Quite a few things to go over there. Hope it's not a roast here, but it's more just like pointing them out so that we can try and avoid those mistakes next time. Kind of explaining how can we deal with the things that happen so that the next raid goes a little bit cleaner. Any other questions from you guys? I yapped for quite a while there. I probably cooked you guys here. I'm like, bruh. Had a lot of brews. I thought you could take it. You cannot tank that first hit, Get Candy. That first hit from the ball is going to max you. It does over 121. Yeah. And it can't be tick eaten. So, all right. If I don't hear any other questions, shout out to all you tobbers who liked the video. I like you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. In the comments, let me know if you like me taking the time to kind of explain some of the details from the raid that we might be able to clean up, make a little bit nicer, or if you'd prefer I just wrap the video up right away and just call it a day. For all of you taking on the theater, good luck and good raids to you guys. We'll see you in the next one.